Christmas party with George Bush and with the First Lady there. They were so welcoming and so attentive. I had only met Barbara twice before that. Once for a fitting and once for delivering the hat to her, which I did. And she remembered me at the Christmas party amongst all those people. I was so touched. Wearing a hat is more of an attitude to wear it. Most people can wear a hat. It's just how you wear it. And if you wear it with confidence, really you can wear any hat. But they have to find the right hat. That's my job. And I think I'm pretty good at that. I'm Suzanne Newman, and I'm a milliner, and I have a store called Suzanne Couture Millinery. It's in New York City on East... Because I've moved 3 times. Okay, I start again. This is my gold thimble, and I cannot sew without it. And I've had it for 35 years, and I wear it every single day. It's part of me. Love my thimble. I've been in business since 1985, so that's almost 36 years now. My store really is known for dressy hats, hats for special occasion, for the Kentucky Derby, the Conservancy Luncheon.
Oh, this is very fun.
Little spring hat.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Hats always look better with the hair back. If you look at all the photographs of Audrey Hepburn, she always has her hair back. My clients are ladies who get invited to royal weddings. When Kate and William got married, I had 4 or 5 clients going to that wedding. The same with Meghan and Harry's wedding.
Hello there. Hi. Come on in. Come on in there, Lily. Precious thing. This is my puppy. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, are you jealous? Oh, you're jealous. Oh, yes, you are. So we'll show you what we made for her. Shall we go and take a look? Sweetie pie. Baby. Sweetie pie.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my gosh. How gorgeous is that? Oh, my gosh, she is beautiful.
Think you want to wear this to dog shows?
And the next
Oh my
cat
gosh.
is for Magnolia.
This is beautiful.
Here we go.
Perfect.
We have a friend. Look. Who's that?
This is my little Russian princess, Anushka. She came all the way from Russia as a baby.
She's old and she can't walk.
I am South African. I was born in Johannesburg but came to the United States in 1976 and have been here ever since. This is Roosevelt Island, and I've been living here for about 43 years. When my daughter was going to school, I was looking for something to do, and I happened to have met an old lady who was a milliner. Her name was Josephine. There was this tiny little store full of beautiful hats. I turned to Josephine and I said, "This is such a fabulous place that you have here." She tapped me on my shoulder and she said, "My dear, my shop's for sale." And that was it. I was mesmerized, and I knew from that moment on that that's what I wanted to do. It's a long story short, it took a while to finance, and we negotiated, and I took over the store from her. This came from Italy. The ladies used to sit outside with a bucket of water and underwater weave the straw by hand. Of course, those days are over. They don't weave these anymore. I treasure them. These are all my children. This is an accumulation of 30 years. You never know when you might need that bead or that color. As Murphy's Law, you never have the color you want, so I've got to go out and get more. These are old-fashioned irons which you heat up and then you can get into small little spaces. This is an antique. You heat these up and you make leaves or shapes of petals. So I have all kinds of all sizes here. These are wooden forms that we make a hat from. Some of them are at least 50, 75 years old. I have blocks for every size and shape. That is a round, and then that, as you can see, is an oval. Most people are round. I have always been interested in fashion since I was a little girl, but I was probably 6 years old when I was using my parents' sewing machine, making clothes for my dolls. I just loved doing that. That was my passion. Hello, little girl. What do you want? In South Africa, we did not have all the magazines, and I remember my mother used to go to the hairdresser, and he had these French magazines, Harper's and Vogue, and then I would try to copy some of the outfits that I'd seen. This is the braid as it comes from Switzerland. That's the finished article once it's all sewn up. But initially, it's a bundle of straw. And these probably come from the Philippines. A little rain on it doesn't destroy it. I stitched it all together by hand. Insane, but I did it. What got me into sewing was I wanted to wear a black dress to my prom. My mother said, "You cannot wear a black dress. No, you can't wear a black dress to a dance." So I went out and I bought myself some fabric. I bought a pattern. I laid it down on my bedroom carpet. I cut it out. I was the only person wearing a black dress to my school dance. I usually measure it by the width of a brim times 3. Just rough it. And generally that's enough to make a hat. I need to make a hat for this jacket. It's a very clear blue. So let's see what I will choose. And let's see what happens. It's a little light and I need more color in there. But if you compare the colors, there's more green in this blue than in that blue. So if I wanted to match this color, I would add green into my dye. This is also blue, but when you put it next to it, it's got gray. So I would add gray and a touch of yellow to get more that color than that clean blue. Ooh, I have to find my swatch. Oh, where did it go? There we go. There it is. There we go. It's a much closer color. We're milliners. We do everything, from machine sewing to hand sewing to embroidery. I have also experimented with plastics and 3D printing, and it's a pretty color. It's a nice clean blue. It's all a trial and error. Even today, everything's a trial and error. You know, you might think of creating something that you want, and the way you do it doesn't work out the first time. So you have to adjust, do it another way. Space oddity. It's a sheet of plexi which I put into my oven, and then it gets very soft. With gloves on, you have to very, very quickly mold it into a shape you want. I love wearing this hat. Always trying something new. You kind of have to keep up with the times. You can't lay back and just do the same thing over and over again. Fashions change, looks change. And strangely enough, the younger generation are going for the hats that I used to make when I first started in 1985. And I look at it and I say, oh, no, that's so old-fashioned. I did that so many years ago. They say, no, I want it like that. Alex, my right arm. When I first met Alex, I took one look at her and I said, she's for me. But I took a look at her fingernails as the next thing and I said, aha, milliners do not have long fingernails that are painted, so she's my gal. And we've been together now how long?
4-ish years.
No way.
I hate to break it to you.
Oh, gosh, time goes by so quickly.
What's the hardest part of making the hat?
What is the hardest part? Alex, what's the hardest part of making a... Huh? The hardest part about making a hat is putting together your vision and finalizing the vision. And it's the trimmings that really take up most of the time and is the most important part. And sometimes you don't know until you're working on the hat what the right trim is, whether it needs a little more height, a little more color. They are the most difficult parts, but for me the most fun, because that's what I enjoy the most. So it's not difficult. No, it's fun.